For the past 30 days, I ran an experiment as a full-time creator, posting one video a day across all three platforms, and that was TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. It was the same video, the same content, and the same strategy across all three platforms. And after analyzing the data, the results were actually a bit surprising. Some platforms really outperformed, while others that I thought were going to have really good results completely ignored it. And the biggest lesson had actually nothing to do with views. So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly the strategy that I used and what worked, what didn't, what surprised me, and most importantly, what I'm doing with all of this data moving forward. And if you've been in the creator space long enough, you've probably heard the advice of just post consistently. But the reality is that posting consistently looks very different for all of us. I, for example, balance brand deals doing UGC. I balance building my own personal brand, all the while I'm traveling across the globe. So my level of consistency can look very different to yours, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I decided I was going to test it. So the challenge was very simple. Post one video a day for the next 30 days across all three platforms, repurpose the video across all three, and see how it performs. The series was called 30 Briefings in 30 Days, and I was just showing you active UGC opportunities that were up for grabs on platforms like Coley and Upwork, and were basically in the creator market space. All of them were short form videos. They ranged between 1 minute and 3 minutes, and it was basic like talking head video like this, with some text overlays, some captions, some sound effects, and that was that. And again, just to remind you, I reposted the same video across all three platforms. And now, being very honest, my goal was never to reach virality or to have exponential growth. I just wanted to answer these three questions for myself. Number one was, can I realistically post every single day? Number two was, which platform will actually push out the content that I'm creating? And number three was, what was the data revealing about my audience? Because here's the reality, when you're building a creator business, chasing virality is really not what you're looking for. You need data to back up your strategy for the long run. I'm going to be looking down at the computer so that I don't mess up the data, because I want to give you the most accurate numbers possible. So across all three platforms, the series in general generated 80,000 views. And the craziest part, of course, was that most people that actually viewed the series was new to my content in general. So let's get into the platforms, shall we? Well, TikTok alone brought me 36,000 views, out of which 33,000 was new viewers. And get this, 96% of the traffic came from the For You page. So what does that actually mean? It means that the algorithm of TikTok was actively testing my content with new audiences. However, as far as followers, I gained around 48 followers during the time that the series was up, which just brought my follower count just over 2,000 followers. And what this actually tells me is that TikTok was great for reach, but not necessarily the strongest when it came to conversion of viewers into followers. And now the platform that surprised me the most was YouTube Shorts. Let's get into the numbers. YouTube Shorts brought me a total of 26,000 views across the entire series. I gained 83 subscribers during that time, which meant that was a 361% growth on subscribers. And what's really interesting, of course, about YouTube is that YouTube is different from a social media platform like Instagram or TikTok. We know that the content here is evergreen. YouTube will keep pushing out your content months and years, even after you created it. So when it comes to the longevity of your content, YouTube by far surpasses any other platform. But then we have Instagram. And this by far was the worst performing platform for the series. And let me get into the numbers on this one. So each video had an average of 200 views per video. I gained 0 followers on Instagram, which kept me at my grand total of 35 followers on this new account, which was kind of like a surprise and kind of not, because I've been on Instagram for the last 4 years actively on my travel account, and I saw that grow exponentially faster than this account that I just created. And what surprised me here was that the type of content and the style of video that I was creating, I thought, given every other guru and expert on Instagram, I thought it was really going to perform very well. It was a talking head, educational, clean, simple edits, but somewhat attention grabbing. I thought that this was really going to perform on Instagram, and the algorithm thought the opposite, and it didn't push it out by far as much as I expected it to. So this was a great reminder of how each platform really does behave differently, even though you might think the results would be different on each one of them. Another really interesting thing was the pattern that I started seeing when it came to which videos were performing best comparing to others. The more polished videos and the ones that I was really thinking about what I was saying, how I was delivering my lines, didn't mean that they didn't perform well, but they really didn't stick out. However, the videos where I was giving my honest opinion, I was somewhat bringing curiosity to the table, those ones really outperformed. So these videos really took the cake comparing to all of them, again, because the titles and the themes were very curiosity driven or very controversial. And that's something that we've been seeing overall going into 2026, is that the psychology of our followers and the users of social media in general has changed. People really want to see your controversial takes. They want to know your opinion. They want unfiltered type of content because AI came to revolutionize the way that we've seen content online, and people just are looking for more relatability. Before this series, I had no idea what type of content my audience was actually interested in. I was throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what type of content was coming up for me that I could create, going after trends, chasing a little bit of virality just to get momentum. But the reality was that I had no real data to go off. Once I did this 30-day series, it was clear to me not only the type of style of video that resonated with people, but the type of content that resonated with them and they actually learned something from. And this is something that you won't learn just by posting every once in a while or trying different types of content in one go and seeing which one actually resonates with people. But this entire series actually was as well a learning opportunity for me. I learned something about myself, which is that yes, I can post every day. It's just going to require a little bit more effort from my side. I will need to structure and batch and have discipline to show up every day, even when I didn't feel like it. And I still managed to do that. And so you're probably thinking, okay, then what are you going to do with the data that you actually learned? Well, number one is that hooks and formats really do matter. So I need to go into my data again and see which ones outperform the rest so that I can go and create my own little workflow of the type of hooks that matter to me, that resonate with the audience and doesn't sound sleazy in any way, shape, or form. Number two, I learned that I really need to reevaluate the platforms that I'm putting all my effort in. Meaning, before I was very much interested in growing out my Instagram, but given that YouTube is showing me a little bit more potential, I really think that I need to focus on YouTube and on TikTok. Number three is that the same video will have different effects on each platform. So I might have to do different hooks, different styles of videos for each platform. That will mean extra work for me, but maybe in the long run, I will get better results instead of just repurposing the same video across all three platforms. And finally, I'll keep testing out different formats and styles of videos because I really just tried one type of video style and I really want to expand my reach and I want to expand my own scope of work. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. And if you're a creator and you're thinking about posting every single day for a month, I'm here to tell you, do it. But don't do it for the views, do it for the data. Because the data will tell you exactly the content that your audience is looking for from you. And when you're creating a foundation for your creator business, this is key. And if you're interested in the creator economy and UGC opportunities, or even learning how to build a sustainable creator career, consider subscribing to this channel because that's exactly what I talk about here every single week. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one.